What we are about to show you has been buried by the ecosystem because they do not want the truth to come out. After a cleric spewed hate rants against Nupur Sharma and others from a mosque in Jammu Kashmir, Asaduddin Owaisi's Neta, and a top Neta at that, has now been caught on camera spewing. This tape is of Imtiyaz Jaleel, AIMIM Neta, and this is unvarnished hate. First, listen to what he says as the crowd around him cheers him on. He says, if you want, we will hang Nupur Sharma here. After the beheading call given by the cleric, where he said we will dismember, chop off Nupur Sharma, here is Asaduddin Owaisi's Neta, Imtiyaz Jaleel, spewing hate, and it is as crude as hate can get. Listen to this.
नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर उसे फांसी दे। नुपुर शर्मा को फांसी देना है तो औरंगाबाद के इसी चौराहे के अंदर।
Viewers, this is the clip. If you want, we should hang Nupur Sharma from this very square. This is in Aurangabad. Imtiyaz Jaleel is there. He's being cheered on by hundreds, if not thousands. And this hate speech has not been condemned. Padmaja Joshi, our executive editor, is now joining me on the phone line. Padmaja, this tape has been buried by the ecosystem. They have not taken a position. Here it is, unvarnished hate on camera.
Absolutely, Manish. And in addition to that, Mr. Jaleel tried to say that he did not make any such call for the hanging of Nupur Sharma. But as is quite clear from a wider reading of the entire address, which, by the way, was uploaded by members and supporters of the AIMIM, there are portions in his speech where he doesn't just say. Later on, he spoke to a news agency. He said that we want the hanging of Nupur Sharma from a square in Aurangabad. He denied it. He said, I did not make any such demand for hanging. But this is definitely more provocative, where you have an elected member of parliament standing in front of a crowd of thousands of people and saying that we want her to be hanged. There are cries, which is even more chilling. Even if he was to say that he has been misquoted, there are cries of Sartan se juda that go on for a good minute and a half. The member of parliament is right there. He raises his fist. He raises the poster of Nupur Sharma above his head. He uses a slipper to beat that poster. And subsequently, even as the crowd is cheering, Phansi, 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 an aide of the member of parliament tears that poster into pieces. There are denials about what the intent was, but the entire sequence is very clear to the naked eye what was the intent of this entire address. Leave everything else aside. If there are cries which say that for any offense you should be beheaded, what should an elected member of parliament do? Far from presiding over a meeting, where cries of Phansi, Phansi and Sar Tan Se Juda are being made, he goes on later and asks for her hanging.
And Padmaja, the sequence that you just described is ready to be played out. We've labeled it so that our viewers get the context. Please stay on with us on the phone line. Let's play it out. It's as vivid and unvarnished as it can get. Crowd chants Sar Tan Se Juda. MP Imtiyaz Jaleel watches from the stage. Posters of Nupur Sharma are held up. Posters are slapped with slipper. Crowd chant Phansi, Phansi. And then this man says, if you want, we can hang her here. Now, Padmaja, the Aghadi government is on test. Why has this man not been booked yet?
This is absolutely unvarnished hate speech. There is no doubt that he should be booked under the same sections under which, incidentally, his party chief, just a small sidebar here, by the way, Pranesh, that the offence for which Nupur Sharma has been booked by the Delhi police, for which Imtiyaz Jaleel and his group of people there in Aurangabad are seeking Phansi, is also the same section, incidentally, under which Mr. Asaduddin Owaisi has also been booked. These are sections for hurting religious feelings of communities, and if he is seeking immediate hanging or decapitation for hurting religious feelings, it's exactly the same charge for which his own party chief, Asaduddin Owaisi, has also been booked by the Delhi police. The anger over Nupur Sharma's statement, a complaint has been made in Delhi. Already summons, by the way, have been issued to her by Maharashtra police, which has also lodged cases against her. Will they show the same alacrity for lodging cases against Mr. Imtiyaz Jaleel and then some? Because this is not just about hurting the sentiments of a community. This is an open call to violence. This is asking for public hanging and worse, asking for decapitation. Ganesh.
Absolutely. Thank you, Padmaja, for putting that in perspective for our viewers on Times Now. Shivani also joining us, but before I bring in Shivani, Shivani confronted Imtiyaz Jaleel. Shivani asked him straight questions. He had an opportunity to apologize, but this man remains defiant. He has forgotten that this is India, not Iraq.